Hey everyone, welcome to this deep dive into my teen romantic comedy SNAFU. Picture this, you've just gotten comfortable on your couch looking for something new to watch. You hit play on a random anime and suddenly you realize it's 2 a.m. and you've watched 2 seasons without blinking. That's exactly what happened to me. Grab a snack and settle in because we're about to explore why this show packs such a punch. But before we jump straight in, let's get a view of the story. You might have heard people say it's just a standard rom-com, but let me tell you it's anything but standard. At its center, the show follows Hachimans Hikigaya, a high schooler with zero interest in making friends. Life throws him a curveball when a teacher forces him into the service club. Now you'd think being in a club that helps classmates with personal dilemmas might bring out warmth in someone. Well, Hachiman sees it more like a social experiment than anything else. And the other members of the social club are Yukinos, whose composure and intelligence can feel downright intimidating. She's quick-witted and never hesitates to point out someone's flaws. And then there's also Yui Yukigahama, a cheerful girl who tries to keep the peace. And with that, you've got a recipe for comedy gold. From day one, this trio is tasked with solving odd requests from their schoolmates, all while dealing with their own emotional problems. And now, let's take a deeper look into the main characters who keep us glued to the screen. Hachiman Hikigai is a sarcastic, jaded, and often hilarious, without even realizing it. He walks around like he's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. His outlook on social norms is both depressing and oddly refreshing for me. Yukino Yokunishita is a top student, a tad distant and not afraid to tell people the hard truth. And she has a talent to expose everyone's weak spots, including her own, though she'd never admit that last part out loud. Yui Yuigahama comes across like a burst of sunshine. She believes kindness and positive attitude can fix nearly anything. Her presence challenges the pessimism around Hachiman and Yukino. At first she seems carefree, but keep watching and you'll notice her struggles beneath it. And once these three are in the service club, comedy gold and the heartfelt moments just keep on coming. Their banter is sharp, like series of playful jabs exchanged in a boxing ring. You'll find yourself smirking one moment and crying the next. Hachiman's deadpan remarks clash with Yukinos' cutting retorts, creating a tension that's both addictive and somewhat cringeworthy. Yuri tries to smooth it all over with friendly optimism, though she often lands smack in the middle of their verbal sparring. And all of these interactions also raise a deeper question about trust, identity, and what it truly means to genuinely connect with someone. Sure, it's funny, but peel back the layers and you'll find a reflection on human behavior. This anime delves into loneliness, personal growth, and how real bonds form when people drop their guard. Hachiman's cynical nature might be exaggerated, but let's be honest, who hasn't felt like an outsider at least once? Or when Yukino reveals pieces of her backstory, it's a reminder that even strong personalities can be hiding insecurities. And Yui, her kindness often makes her fear rejection, and watching them handle other classmates' problems lets us see who they truly are, even if it's a bit awkward at first. And so, how does my teen romance comedy SNAFU compare to other romance titles? If you're a fan of snappy dialogue, subtle romance and a hefty dose of teen drama, this is a perfect pick for you. Each episode brings fresh insights into how these characters grow. One scene might be comedy gold, while the next tugs at your heartstrings. There's a real charm in seeing how Hachiman's cynical worldview slowly evolves, thanks to the friendships he once thought pointless. And also the story doesn't shy away from portraying the messy side of growing up. Relationships are complicated, people get hurt and misunderstandings pop up all the time. But that's what makes it so engaging. You laugh 1 minute and the next you're reflecting on your own experiences. Like you're reading an old diary you long forgot you wrote. And now let's wrap up with a final look at how this show keeps viewers hooked. My teen romantic comedy, SNAFU, blends humor with a tender exploration of teenage life. It grabs your attention with sarcastic punchlines and then pulls you in with a genuine vulnerability. Whether you're rooting for a particular person or just fascinated by the character's growth, the journey is truly a worthwhile ride. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, and if you liked SNAFU just as much as I did, I'd like to hear your takes. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.